Hey there! So as you can tell from the title, this video is going to be my March wrap-up and a little bit of my April TBR. I read 5 books in March, which was not that bad considering the fact that for most of March I was still in school. Interestingly, I think most of the books that I read were ebooks, which is primarily because I can rent ebooks from my public library from the convenience of my computer. And I don't have to go to the library and actually check them out and worry about taking them back on time. I just do it all digitally, which makes it really convenient, even though I don't like reading ebooks quite as much as I like reading physical books. The first book that I read in March was Ketchup Clouds by Annabelle Pitcher. This book is also, I think the new name for it is Yours Truly. I really like this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I think it was really interesting, and the whole mystery narrative throughout, they never really gave you a whole lot of it, so it was like a mystery whether something had happened to one person or the other person. You didn't really know until the very end of the book. Then you really knew. I really enjoyed that sort of suspense aspect of it. I really enjoyed the main plot lines. I really like epistolary novels, which this was, and I didn't actually know that going into it, but it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't trying to be too clever or anything like that. I don't think I'm going to do a video review for it, but I may write a blog post or something like that to talk about it, because I actually did really enjoy that book. And that was an ebook that I read from my public library. The second book that I read in March was Vampire Academy, the first book in the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it. It was fine. It was a good setup book for the rest of the series. It was fine. It gave you a feel for the background of the series and what you need to know going into it. I liked it, but I'm definitely hoping that, the series gets better as it goes on. The third book that I read in March is The Walls Around Us by Nova Ren Suma. I gave this one a 4.5 to 5 stars. I still haven't gone back and read the end of it, but I definitely will do that. And I did give this one a full video review, which I will link below, and also it'll pop up there if you want to go click on it and check that out. Summary: it had dancers and murderers and suspense, so all of the things that I love, and I did really enjoy it. The next book that I read this month was Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins, the third book in the Anna and the French Kiss sort of trilogy. I rated it a 5 out of 5 stars. It was very sweet, totally in line with the other 2 books. I'm not usually the one for the contemporary romance novels. I usually get pretty bored of them, but they're just so cute, and the way Stephanie writes them is just so sweet and so makes you feel warm and happy inside. They're just really, really cute novels, and I really, really like their covers now. The new covers, so cute. Probably gonna have to get physical copies of those. The final book I read in March kind of ended it on a sour note. That was The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. I know a lot of people really, really liked these books, but okay, so The Summer I Turned Pretty was my personal test to see whether I could still like a book while completely loathing the main character. The answer is no. I can't. I rated it a 1 out of 5 stars. The main character, Belly, just annoyed me. It was one of those books where, you know what it was? Sorry, you can tell I'm getting really into it now. It was one of those books where after I finished it, I had to look back and stop and think and go, does this mean I'm too old for young adult books? Just the way the character was behaving made me so annoyed. I was just is this the way that teenagers act? Is this a thing that they do? Do I have to... Am I the old curmudgeon person going, get off my lawn? Darn kids. It just annoyed me so much. And I was just am I that person now? Am I this old person who just can't understand the logic of teenagers anymore? She just whined and she pouted and she threw temper tantrums. And I think part of the reason that I'm so unforgiving of it is because I grew up with older brothers. Like, I had 3 older brothers and they all had friends over a bunch of the time, and I was used to being like the tag-along kid, and I got over it. Like, I dealt with it. I was okay. She cannot handle not getting her way, and I just don't understand how she could do that. Like, she has an older brother. Surely she must understand that you can't get your way all the time. It was very, very frustrating to me, clearly. So yeah, I did not like it. I do not know if I will continue with the series. I'm not gonna let it stop me. I know everyone says that Jenny Han is an excellent writer, and I could see bits of that in the story. I was just so focused on hating the main character that I think I couldn't fully engage with it. But yeah, probably won't be starting the second one anytime soon. Definitely gonna give myself a break from the rage that I have pent up over that character. So yeah, those are all the books that I read in March. As for my April TBR, I don't really have firm ideas of what I want to read, because it's like that saying goes, a man plans and God laughs. You just plan your TBR and you end up not reading any of it, basically. One book, I have 3 books that I am hoping to get to at some point in the next month. The first one, it is a physical book, but I can't show it to you because you are currently on it. You are currently sitting atop it. And that is The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch. I've heard really great things about this book, and so I bought it for myself as a little, yay, graduation present. That is one that I'm hoping to get to. The other 2 are books that I bought at the local used bookstore here. I should take you guys to it sometime this month. Sorry, I just had a great idea. It's a bookstore that has cats in it. It's a great bookstore. I love it a lot. Go to it. Probably too much. These are 2 books that I got from there a couple weeks ago that I haven't had the chance to get to yet. I've been busy. The first one is going to be Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wein. I don't really know a whole bunch about this book, but I know that every person I've talked to who has mentioned it has said nothing but good things about it. I believe it has a sequel out right now, I think, which is exciting if it's a really good book that has a sequel. More really good books need to have sequels, so I'll read the back of the book for you if you don't know anything about it. The full quote that they use is, "It's like being in love, discovering your best friend." On October 11th, 1943, a British spy plane crashes in Nazi-occupied France. Its pilot and passenger are best friends, but just one of the girls has a chance at survival. Arrested by the Gestapo, Verity is given a choice: reveal her mission or face a grisly execution. They'll get the truth out of her, only it won't be what they expect. Sounds good, no? It is a very highly praised book, and I mean, it has a Prince Honors, so it's clearly not nothing. Definitely want to try and get to this one as soon as possible. And then the last book that I'm hoping to get through in April is The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. This one I have been seeing floating around BookTube, a lot of like bookshelf tours. Booktubers will have it on their shelves, or it's mentioned in a wrap-up video. It's interesting, sort of, I think, sci-fi-ish elements to a young adult, sort of coming-of-age novel. I'll read the back of it again so you can get an idea about it if you haven't ever heard of it before. Prentice Town isn't like other towns. Everyone can hear everyone else's thoughts in an overwhelming, never-ending stream of noise. Just a month away from the birthday that will make him a man, Todd and his dog Manchi whose thoughts Todd can hear too, whether he wants to or not, stumble upon an area of complete silence. They find that in a town where privacy is impossible, something terrible has been hidden, a secret so awful that Todd and Manchi must run for their lives. But how do you escape when your pursuers can hear your every thought? That sounds so cool. I don't know what it is. I think I have a brain lust for psychological thrillers or like suspense novels at the moment, but all of these books sound really cool, and I'm really excited to dive into them and maybe let you know what I think of them. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much. Bye!